Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I'm gonna play something real fast for you guys. And yo, shout out to being gay. Yo, shout out to fucking being gay. I'm gay. I've been a part of the LGBTQ community for over 24 years. Shout out to being gay. Shout out to not being ashamed of being gay. Yo, shout out. My name is Arabia Barbosa, and I'm your homegirl, and I'm homosexual, and I'm gay, and I'm happy to be gay. And this is one of the reasons why I am so happy to be gay. So, and everything he's saying in this video, I agree with him. Everything he's saying in this video, I agree with him, except for eating the tacos. I'm not very good at eating tacos. But we gonna play that video. We gonna play it so you guys will understand what's going on.
I've been eating fast all my life. If you hate seeing people eat, then scroll the fuck on. Don't come over here giving my comments talking shit to me about how you hate to see. I don't know why it's in my FYP. I don't know why I'm goddamn FYP either, bitch. I didn't put myself there. Ladies, I am gay as a $3 bill. Don't come over here. I appreciate you thinking I'm fine. I'm not confused about being gay. I'm not concerned about being straight. I ain't never wanted to be straight. I ain't never been straight. I am gay. Married, homosexual, gentlemen, all my straight fellas, hey, bruh, you mad because there's a homosexual punk in your conversation in your FYP? I don't know how I got there, sir. I don't know how this punk got in your FYP. Maybe you've been watching punkish material. I had nothing to do with me being there, but meanwhile, sit your butt back, catch a giggle, and watch me eat. You don't like mukbangs? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back. No more. No more. No more, no more. And these are chicken tacos with a...
See what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. My name is Arabia Barbosa, the BT1000, coming to you with another live video real quick. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. Yes, yes, yes. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. And he said it just perfect. He said it just right. Because I discovered this video on fucking Facebook. On fucking Facebook. Yeah, 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 yeah. And since I've been over there on Facebook, I don't really view too much homosexual material, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need to, because when I wake up in the morning, I'm homosexual. When I look in the mirror, I'm homosexual. When I take a shower, I'm homosexual. When I go to the bathroom, I'm homosexual. When I'm in my kitchen, I'm homosexual. When I walk down to the dispatch office, I'm homosexual. When I'm on the job, I'm homosexual. When I get on the bus, I'm homosexual. Shout out to being homosexual. And shout out to being proud of it. Proud of it. Proud of it. I don't march in gay pride marches or parades. I don't need to. When you are confident in who the fuck you are, regardless of how people look at you, regardless of how people feel about you, shout out to the chat. Shout out to being gay. If you're homosexual and you're on this YouTubes, you need to be proud of being homosexual. You know how many low key, down low brothers and sisters we got over here somewhere over the rainbow. They're somewhere over the rainbow and they're lost. That's why I call them the broken dishes. The broken dishes of the rainbow. Shout out to the rainbow. Shout out to being homosexual. Shout out to being gay. You better be proud. If you're bisexual, you better be proud and say it loud. Shout out to the chat. Now, I've been hearing on the YouTubes for a couple of years now who is gay and who ain't gay. And most of the focus have been on some of the men and some of the young ladies. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. So I don't get a whole lot of hate over here on the YouTubes. I don't get a whole lot of hate about my sexuality. Nobody really says anything. Just like Lonnie said a couple of, it was over a month ago. We was both on Vince the Sniper's channel. Shout out to Vince the Sniper. Yeah. But she said it very clearly and very plainly. She said nobody gives us grief about being homosexual. And she was talking about the females. Yes, she was talking about the young ladies. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. That's right. If you are gay, you better be proud to be gay. If you're bisexual, you better be proud to be bisexual. If you're heterosexual, you better be proud of that too. Shout out to the chat, because the last time I looked, oral sex was a very common thing in real life. Shout out to the chat. There's nothing wrong with being a candy licker. There's nothing wrong with being a candy licker, as long as you know what kind of candy you licking on. You better wear that wet damn. That's one thing I can say for a lot of you on the YouTubes and in real life. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to being gay. Shout out to fucking being gay. We got a lot of haters on this fucking app. I know who all of them are. I know who all of you are. Shout out to you. Because you're hating because you're uncomfortable with yourself. You're hating because you don't know who the fuck you are. I remember a couple of years ago, you guys, when I first started doing videos under one of my channels. I was on the channel of my panel. I was on the panel of my channel, and some hater named Shabazz Ali, zombified looking motherfucker, had the nerve to say that I was confused. He had the nerve to say, I sleep with men, I sleep with women. I haven't been sleeping with anyone since Birdman been gone. Since he's been gone, I have not touched anyone. I have not slept with anyone. I have not candy licked on anyone. I'm only interested in me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I am only interested in fucking me. It's 4:00 in the morning. I'm only interested in Arabia Barbosa. I am interested in what I'm interested in. And thank God for being fucking gay. And if you gay, you better be proud to be gay. You better stop letting these people fool you and telling you there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You just like the same sex. That's all. All you men that love sleeping with men, my advice to you, and this is my advice to all my low-key, down low brothers who are sleeping with other men, and you're not telling anybody. You're not telling your girlfriend. You're not telling your wife. A lot of you were turned out when you was in the penitentiary. A lot of you were touched when you were children. When you were children. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. And you've been burying your homosexual desires for years. You've been burying your homosexual desires for years. Some of you have not buried it. Some of you are actively dating another man. Some of you are actively sucking another man's penis. A lot of you are licking on the ball sack of another man. Some of you are picking the anus of another man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I knew when I did this title, motherfuckers was gonna have a problem. I knew when motherfuckers saw this title, they was gonna be like, ooh, ooh, ghosts, ghosts in the wind, ghosts in the bushes, ghosts in the ceiling, ghosts on the floor, ghosts hiding behind the furniture, hiding behind the door, ghosts. Oh, that's gonna be my next song. Homosexual ghosts. Yeah. We got a lot of them on these YouTube streets. But my advice to all my low-key, down low brothers, this is my suggestion to you. If you are gay, okay, and you know you're gay because you're fucking with another man. You got another man sucking you. You got another man picking you. You got another man in your everyday thoughts. My suggestion to you, gentlemen, those that are low key, those that are down low, those that have girlfriends and wives, and some of you are married, some of you have children, some of you have grandchildren. You need to let your partner know. You need to let your female partner know that you are seeing another man. Yes. You must tell her. And some of you, she already knows. She just waiting for you to come with it. A real woman, when she's dating a down low punk, one that's living under the cover, so to speak, she already knows. She's waiting for you to open up your fucking mouth. She already knows. If you're married, she hasn't divorced you yet, there's a reason why she didn't divorce you yet. And a lot of you don't think. But then again, it is what it is. You don't know. But if you've been married to the woman for a long period of time, you already know what she likes. You already know what she expects. And if you're not married and you got a long-term girlfriend, shout out to you, but you know that you are gay. And that's what burns me up. A lot of you are gay. You know how I know some of you are gay? I'm going to give you a perfect example. A couple of years ago when this happened, I was homeless at the time. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I was homeless at the time of this occurrence. So what happened was I had got my tax money that particular year. I want to remember the year. The year, I would say it was 2018. 2018. I was living in Charleston, South Carolina. I was homeless at the time. I had decided at that particular time when I had received my tax refund, a shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets, I immediately had called New York and let New York know, hey, look, I got X, Y, and Z. Do you need a few dollars? You need me to send you a few dollars. Now, this was back in 2018. My cousin answered the phone. She said, no, go ahead, do what you got to do. We know that you are out there. We know that you are struggling. You know what I mean? You could have came back to New York, but you didn't. You decided to stay on in South Carolina. You decided to, do what you had to do. So shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. So what I did, I called a Pacific Motel and asked them if they had any vacancies. I was told yes. I was told to come on and go ahead and put the money down for the room. So that's exactly what I did, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what the hell I did. And I took some people with me. And one of the people I took was my homegirl, a girlfriend of mine. Her name is KK. A lot of you have heard me say her name before. KK. Shout out to KK. Shout out to Queens, New York. Shout out to the Puerto Rican community. Shout out. Because she is what? Afro-Latina. Afro-Latina. And she Lord. Just thinking about her. Anyway, let's go on with the story because I don't want to cut my wisdom. I want everyone to know. Anyway, to make a long story short, I ended up renting the room. So it was me, KK, and one other person. It was a young dude, Larry, okay? And we was all in the room chilling. We slept for like 2 days straight. 2 days straight. After everyone had took their shower and had settled down, for 2 days we had nothing but peace, nothing but glory. I felt like I was in heaven. I wanted that moment for life. I was like Nicki Minaj, bring me this moment for life. And don't stop. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube stream. So I'm sitting in the bed at the motel because there's 2 beds. There's a double bed situation going on in the motel. And I'm sitting in the bed with my 40 ounce in my hand. And I'm watching the Harry Potter movies. And who knocks on the door? Some of KK's friends. Now, looking at them, at first, you would think, these dudes, they come over here to, mess with KK and all this other stuff. They come to go get the other young lady. Child, let me tell you something. Them dudes were fucking each other. And my advice to you, young men, y'all be fucking each other. You got shit up your ass. You got shit in your anus. Shout out to the YouTube street. Shout out to the chat. And you need to dish that out before you fuck with another man. We getting down raw and dirty this morning because I feel like doing it. I feel the homosexual spirit running through my veins, running through my bones. It hit me this morning. As soon as I got up and I started floating over there to the bathroom and, washing my hands, and I was just in there just dancing and having a good time. I said, oh, Lord, what's going on? It's the Holy Ghost. It's the Holy Ghost homosexual spirit. That's what's going on. Shout out to that. What's good morning, Sim said? Come on. Yes, Sim said. But anyway, let me continue on with the story. Those men, and I'm telling you, I've seen men that were homeless, men that are running around right now with a girlfriend on their arms, and they know they love men. The man I was dating, Birdman, he was one of them. I knew it. I didn't give a fuck. because I loved and cared about Birdman. Shout out to the chat. Just like I loved and cared about KK. I loved and cared about Nora. I loved and cared about Tish. I loved and cared about Tanya. I loved and I cared about different women that came into my life. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. There is no reason for me or anyone to be ashamed of being homosexual. If you're homosexual, you need to say it loud. You need to say it proud. You need to let the whole world know. You need to ring your bell. And if you're in a marriage, you better, and you're dating other men, I'm sorry to tell you, you better be using those condoms. You better be using the wet dams. I'm dead ass serious. Very serious about that. There's nothing funny about using condoms. A lot of people are ashamed to use condoms. When I was dating real heavy, what was I doing? I was buying condoms. Okay? And they are not cheap. They are not cheap. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. Whether they're female condoms or male condoms, wet dams. Shout out to the YouTube streets, shout out to the chat. It is nothing wrong. People think it's some shame in bumping another woman's pussy. Ain't no shame in it. I've done it. I'm not in a relationship right now. Because if I was in a relationship right now, I would not be talking to you no 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the fucking morning. Ain't no way. You can tell who the single people are. You can tell who the single people are because they'll be on the YouTubes all night long on somebody's panel of their channel. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out. Shout out to the chat. What's up, Lonnie? Good morning. Yeah. I'm doing this video real quick. Because I hear a lot of people talking about the homosexual community on the YouTube, and they talking very disparaging. So I played a video at the beginning of this video to let the young men know you don't have to be ashamed of being gay. If you're gay, just say you're gay. Stop fooling everyone. Stop wasting everyone's time. I woke up with the Holy Ghost spirit, the homosexual spirit this morning, Lonnie. You gotta excuse me. Yes. Shout out to the chat. Thank you, Simset. Thank you for coming in and moderating for me this morning. Shout out to you. Trust me. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it is not, I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say, when I first started out at being a part of the LGBTQ community, I knew what the hell I was doing because I did not know. I discovered at the age of 14 that I was homosexual. I discovered that I liked girls way before I was 14. Okay, shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. I was sexually abused by an older relative when I reached the age of 9 years old, until I was 14 years old. I didn't tell anyone. People in that house already fucking knew it. But after that, and he told me why he came for me. And he didn't fuck with me until I started going through puberty. My breasts started growing. I started getting pubic hair down there. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. My voice started to change. It was no longer the high-pitched girly voice. You know, the kind of voice that you have as a young female. I think I use that voice every now and then when I want to say certain things, but that's not my voice. It's a false voice. Shout out to the chat. No voice changes over here. No voice changes over here. No voice changes over here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah. So when I first started out, like in other women, females, but I at the age of 14, it was turning into something, I think, violent, because I wanted to be able to express myself, and I really wasn't able to do anything. I wasn't able to unlock the Alexander or the Raymond or the Anthony or the Mark until I went to the fucking penitentiary or to the county jail. The county jail started me out. Then I went to the fucking penitentiary. Then I came back onto the streets. I still danced with the young women. I still dressed like a dude. At the age of 9, I discovered showing your female attributes is dangerous. So we got a lot of young women out there that are in complete danger because they're going through puberty. Their flat chest is turning into breasts. They're starting to menstruate. They're growing hair down there. That is when those are the critical years. I started developing at the age of 9. I was growing breasts. My breasts are not very big right now. They're a nice size, but my body was changing. My body was changing. I became my full height at 5'2". At the age of 14, I was already my full height. So that's the only thing I came in to say. People better be proud of the Keisha. If you got a Keisha on the inside, if you are a male and you got a Keisha, a Lisa, a Felicia, a Michelle on the inside, you better be fucking proud of that. And you don't have to wear wigs. You don't have to wear lipstick. You don't have to wear a dress to be fucking gay if you are a man. And vice versa. I dress like a man. I dress like a dude. Even to this day, at 53 years old, when I walk down the street in certain parts, even when I was living in New York, motherfuckers be staring because they're trying to figure out what the fuck I am. I call myself an androgynous nigga, a baby butch. That's what the fuck I am when you see me. You know I'm a bull dagger, so why the fuck you want to stare more than a minute? And it's gotten so bad, you guys, I actually be staring back. And then I ask them, what you keep looking at me for? You know, and a lot of them have nothing to say. And it's mostly the men. The men feel intimidated. Why do you men feel so intimidated when you see a woman like me? Huh? And then y'all really get in your feelings when you see me holding a woman's hand. Don't let me hold another black woman's hand and be kissing on her in public. A lot of you got a fucking issue with it. But if I'm dating a white bitch or Mexican bitch, you ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say. You become like church mice. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. So it is what it is. We got 4 in the building. We got 2 likes. Yeah, I must have spoke some words. People need to double tap the screen. Yeah, I must have spoke some words that people don't like. The title must be bothering some people. Yeah. I want all my download brothers on this app if you can hear the sound of my voice, stop being ashamed of being, a part of the community. Because a lot of you think if you only do it just once with a man one time, you are not gay, you are not bisexual. You are telling yourself the biggest lie. I know a young man who grew up struggling with his own homosexual feelings. And when he finally wanted to let his Keisha release into the world, he had to destroy himself. He burned down the whole house. He killed his own self because he didn't want to marry the person he was actually dating. There's a lot of gay men that are actively dating straight women. Yes, 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 it is happening. Ladies, wake the fuck up. A lot of you know that your man got an inner Keisha. You know he got an inner Felicia. How many men is on the planet and they come out to their wives and say, look, I'm gay, or I'm bisexual, or I like other dudes. You know what I mean? And some of you bitches already know what he likes. You already know. Regardless of whether you got kids by him or not, you already fucking know. There's a young man on the YouTubes right now. I'm subscribed to him, and he's gay. And he said before he started releasing his Keisha, he was dating young women. And there's one particular woman that he fell in love with, and he still got a good relationship with her to this day, even though they are not together. They are not in a relationship anymore together. He is dating men. He don't seem very happy about dating the other men. And he talks about the woman every now and then. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. So there is no gray area with me. You know, if I want to talk about KK, I can talk about KK. If I want to talk about Nora, I'm going to talk about Nora. If I want to talk about Marisol, I'm going to talk about Marisol. Because none of you know who these fucking people are. Some of you know who Birdman is. Oh, you're happy. You was happy when Birdman was around. Now some of you are getting nervous. Now you know Birdman is not here. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets, because I like men and women. Trust me. I mean, I'm 53 years old. I don't have time to really be running around with this one and that one. I don't. I don't have a car. I don't want to drive. I don't have any desires, any sexual desires at this particular time. Let's say that again. I don't have any sexual desires at this particular time. It's dormant. It's sleeping. And if I did, I would not be on YouTube's talking to anyone this early in the morning, knowing I got to get on the bus in the next hour. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to Simset. Shout out to all my moderators. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to some of my YouTube creators. I just wanted to wake up and tell you good morning. It is Thursday morning. Happy Thursday morning. Shout out to the LGBTQ community, the community that has made me an honorary member for many, many years, 24 years. Shout out to the chat. I'm attracted to both men and women. And I don't know where that come from, but it is what it is. I don't fight it. I don't fight my Keisha, and I don't fight my Raymond. Okay? I don't fight my George, and I don't fight my Vivia. I don't fight I don't fight any of my feelings. When they come, when I see someone that I'm attracted to, trust me, I know how to handle the situation. But when I was younger, it was very different. I like you. I want you. And it's up to you what we do. It's up to you what to do. I like you. I want you. I didn't write no fucking kites. I didn't send no text messages. I didn't do no fucking emails. If I liked you, trust me, you knew it. I had no problem telling people. I know when to release my Keisha, and I know when to release my Raymond. Shout out to the YouTube streets. So we out of here, everyone. I hope everyone has an awesome day. Have an awesome day. And, if you're going to work or you're going to the gym or whatever you plan on doing, drive there safe, get home safe. If you're at home, chill out, enjoy yourself. The weekend will be here after tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Enjoy yourself because you don't know if today is going to be your last day on earth breathing. No one knows the hour. No one knows the second. And I don't give a damn. I'm going to enjoy my life. I don't give a fuck what people say about me. They can talk about me all the fuck they want. They can talk about my mama. They can talk about my daddy. They can talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about. But guess what? I'm going to live my life. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine in my homosexual body and my homosexual spirit. Ooh, ta-ta-ta-ta, sha-la-la-la. Peace, y'all. I'm out. One.